Hey friends, are you a product business owner that has built your business to multi-six figure to a multi-million dollar business? If that is you, we are hosting a live training on the 3 stages of business to grow and level up to a profitable $1 million business that works for you. We are going to talk about what it takes for you, the business owner, to remove yourself as the bottleneck of your business and grow a team that can not only help you do all the things, but a team that will actually start making decisions without you so that you can lean into the role you were meant to be. The visionary, the high level strategist, the creative. And we want to help you level up your business in the next 12 months. So if you're looking for support as you navigate to this level in your business, we invite you to join us. You can register for this free training at theproductboss.com/level up. We will also be sharing information and answering questions about our highest level program, the Product Boss Mastermind. Mina and I would love to meet you and connect to help you level up your business and you as a business owner during this call. I want to remind you that you have done an exceptional job getting to this level of business on your own. But what it will take to grow to the next level is going to be different than what you have done before. We know you can level up your business without you having to be the person who does all of the things and makes every decision on your own. That's why the Product Boss Mastermind is the place for high-level strategy and collaboration, so you can connect with other product-based business owners who get it and who are going where you are going. If your business is a 6 to 7 figure a year business, we invite you to join us for one of our upcoming live trainings, and we'll be sharing information on our high-level, world-renowned product-based mastermind. We are now accepting applications to be considered for a very limited amount of spaces for 2022. Make sure to register for this totally free training and live Q&A at theproductboss.com/level up. You can also click the link in the show notes. And my friends, if you are ready to commit to yourself this next year, and you know that this year is going to be your year to reach that next level in your business without sacrificing your freedom and creativity, surrounded by a collaborative group of product bosses who get it and grow together by sharing ideas, strategies, and insider secrets, then we invite you to apply to be considered to the Product Boss Mastermind at theproductbossmastermind.com. Okay, now let's jump into the show.
Welcome to the Product Boss Podcast, where we help product-based businesses grow their sales and improve their strategies.
Hey everyone, I want to introduce you to my co-host and biz bestie, Mina Kunlo-Sitep, an Amazon guru that has built a multi-six-figure product-based business.
And introducing the other half of the Product Boss, Jacqueline Snyder. She has helped launch and grow over 500 fashion apparel and accessory brands, even one of her own.
And together, we share our inventory of secret weapons that will help you dig deep and do the work it takes.
Are you ready? Let's build together.
Hey, product bosses. Did you know that every Wednesday we have a live talk show called Bosses and Breakfast where we chat business, mindset, mom life, and everything in between? It's a really fun time and it feels like a conversation amongst friends. In fact, sometimes we have conversations that we don't necessarily know that they're going to lead to where they lead, but we get such an amazing reaction from our listeners and from our community and from our students that we actually wanted to bring it to you to hear today.
Yes, our favorite thing about Bosses and Breakfast is that we get together, we get to laugh, we get to be inspired about what's happening, and we get to check in with you and re-motivate you on why you're working so hard. So join us next time. We'd love to see you there. And here's that snippet from one of our shows that got tons of positive response, where we all walked away feeling more inspired and motivated for the week. So let's jump in. Christmas is here.
Bum, bum, bum. What day is it? October 13th? 14th? October 13th. Christmas has made it, everyone. Christmas is here. It's official.
Go to Target.com. You'll see all the images have changed over. Go to
this weekend.
Yeah, everything. Everything switched over this week into, and then even Annika was saying Halloween is no longer in Hobby Lobby or in Michael's, did you say?
Michael's, I heard someone said that Halloween is out, Christmas is in.
Yeah. Halloween hasn't even started.
Sorry if you're not prepped for Halloween already. It's over. Move on.
Yeah. No longer selling Halloween stuff, right? So the tone has changed for the consumer too. So a lot of things that I'm starting to notice too is news is starting to talk differently and speak differently. So right now, there's a lot of stuff talk about shortages, and the consumer is starting to feel it. So this is good for the small business because you as a small business now need to be talking about it as well. You need to be encouraging all your customers to shop early. You need to tell them that their holiday season has started. You need to be recommending to them that they need to start shipping stuff, because shipping is not only are there shortages, but there's shipping things that are happening. So really be switching the tone with all of that, because as a general consumer, your customer, right? They're starting to hear that messaging all around them too. And it will really help. And a shortcut to like educating them on buy now. And then you just get in front of them right now. So then they're like, oh, okay, I need to buy now. I've been hearing that everywhere. And, Ashley of Meridian is telling me that too. She's so super helpful, thank goodness. And now I'm going to go shop with her, right? So you just want to get part of that messaging in, become part of that, because that is literally the tone has changed. And now this week is all everywhere. Big box, everything is holiday.
I should have actually screen grabbed the sale because I was on Target this whole weekend because I was looking at these chairs. Okay, so just ignore that, right? But I was looking at them and I was back and forth on if I should buy them. And I was looking last Thursday and it was just
on where?
On Target.com.
Mm-hmm.
And it was normal Target. Okay. And I was even looking at Studio McGee, if any of you have seen it on Netflix, like the show, but she's a big interior designer. She has a collaboration now. So it's not only Magnolia at Target, but they also have Studio McGee. And so it was just like your fall dressings for your home.
Yeah.
Well, this weekend, it was like there was a shop early sale. It ended last night on Tuesday at Target, and it was shop early. Like you could get we considered buying a pressure cooker last night. We didn't do it. Like
you don't even cook.
That's why I was like, maybe the pressure cooker can cook for me. That's what I hear.
You can cook. You just opt not to. So why?
Why? Because instead I'm doing lives with all of you. So anyways, and then I had seen the Studio McGee stuff switch over. So it went from like the fall cozy blanket to now it's got the mini Christmas trees and like the holiday wreaths and all that. And it was like a shop early, get your orders in now sort of situation for the holidays. And it was a 3-day early shopping sale.
Yeah.
50% off toys, holiday decor, pressure cookers, which we know that's one of the biggest things that people buy on Black Friday.
Even in October, because even if you look at crock pot recipes and slow cooker recipes and pressure cooker recipes, the Google search on them skyrockets in October across the nation. So these big box stores, they know what they're doing, and there's a reason why consumer spending is the way it is because people are searching for it. Even with Target switching over, and then can you show that holiday book from Amazon? So Amazon must have sent this out like a week or two ago, right? I got mine I think on Sunday, but I don't check my mail that often. And so I've gotten it even before that. So my question to you is, did you all get the memo? Because the memo
was sent in a, how many pages? 98 page.
Yeah.
Expensive
and apparently
mailer.
Target got the memo too. So I want you as small businesses.
And Lego got the memo.
Switch, did you get the memo that the holiday season is here and you need to switch your messaging?
Right? Here's the holiday season. The first page of Lego, because
that's amazing.
They always do a holiday thing. And they have advent calendars and stuff, and we literally buy it every year. So Lego's not messing around. They have a wish list.
Yep.
And their very first image is setting the tone.
You know why?
Is coming.
Because you know what kids love to do, just like the Sears catalog. Do you all remember the Sears? Oh, thank you, Lynn. I thought I was going to be like the only one.
Your brain.
Lynn and I literally thought the same thing, right? As a kid, we didn't get it that often. I don't know, our house was not on that mailing list, but every once in a while we would get it, and it was so dreamy. We would circle the things. I mean, even Amazon ones, they have the wish list like you just showed. They have a QR code.
Willa Snyder has marked, literally circled and written Willa on everything.
Willa,
everything in here Willa has chosen. So she's already done.
I mean, it's so smart, right? So then they're really everybody's minds is like we are thinking about our kids, especially even before like for Christmas. So it's like, okay, I need to start shopping now because I need to start making plans for the holiday season.
So someone said, I just got the Wayfair catalog. I started circling things right away. Here's two things I actually want to call forward for all of you to just think through. One, huge box stores that have really big budgets are leaning back into mailers. This has been something that disappeared for a good at least 10 years of paying for mailers. And that's like when Mina and I both started our businesses decades ago. It
Yeah,
was all about
direct.
the
I
mailers.
started in direct mail and print collateral. So that's why I ended up doing annual reports, was because I knew a lot about print collateral. So brochures, postcards, everyday direct mail, which is still exists, direct mail and sending out catalogs and, like I said, annual reports and that kind of stuff. So now it's really everything is back. I mean, haven't you heard? Now there's high-rise jeans are cool, and
And
the
supposedly
mullet is back. The
our tight
mullet.
jeans are mom jeans now. We have to go back to our mom's jeans to be cool with like the kids. I don't look good in those high-rise wide jeans. But anyways,
they're so comfy though.
the other thing that they're doing is they're creating experiences. So in order to set the mood, Target did this really well a long time ago when they decided to partner with Starbucks and got Starbucks in the shop, right? Because they were able to take the flavor and the scents and the experiences of, going to a coffee shop, and it keeps people in the store longer. They go and get a coffee, at least before we had to wear masks. This was my favorite thing. So we'd go get a coffee. My kids would get cake pops. We'd go just hang out in the store and shop the store on weekends, right? So, so it's the same thing with these catalogs. They have, Mina's like, I swear to God, this is the same catalog from last year. I think it might be. It's a little thicker.
The cover looks so similar.
There's stickers. There's little cutouts. There's things for the kids to do in it, right? So they've made it an experience. So, and the other coolest thing about this is there's a QR code on the pages. And so if you scan it, it actually brings up the page online. And then you can actually click on the online version of it and it will take you directly to that product. It is getting rid of any obstacles the customer might have of trying to go find this. Why? Because especially on Amazon, like we may know we want certain things, but like toy stores are out, right? There's not as many toy stores anymore. You don't get to just kind of shop and discover. So they're allowing our kids to discover certain products and go to that. I'm going to tell you, we are also doing a gift guide for the small business shopping directory that Elle has been working on. So the idea here is that it's pulling forward ideas for people to be able to find it easier. They get to go through that discovery, that feeling of why we like to walk around and kind of just shop, that you're kind of discovering, but you don't have to leave your home. So it's online and it's in paper.
Yeah, that's why you have to connect the dots for your customers. So when they're on the directory, just imagine they're opening up a catalog of small businesses. You have to be enticing. So it's not an ugly photo. It's not a photo that's the same photo for all the categories that you're in. It's really making it enticing and making it feel like, oh, this seems like a business that would be cool to click and shop on, right? We're making you discoverable. So as you're writing your bio, as you're showing the little photo, it could be of yourself. And then there's the big cover image of, your products. Make sure that it makes sense for each category, because if they're on there looking for gifts and you're in gifts and you're a hot sauce, for example, but there's no gift tag on it, then they're just like, oh, I'm not going to click on that because it doesn't make sense to me. Right. But if there's a gift tag next to it, then it's like, oh, I get it. I could, my husband loves hot sauce. That would be the cutest gift for his stocking stuffer.
And I want to take that a step further. If you're still on here with us, from Rebecca from Revved Up Hot Sauce, is that what I would do is if I was converting people into hot sauce as a giftable item, so we're going to switch a food company into giftable, right? Stocking stuffers, that kind of thing. I would almost show your pack, wrap a bow around it, because you don't want to just sell one individual bottle. You want to sell them the pack. They can either choose to pull that out and make them stocking stuffers, or it's like a really good gift for people who love hot sauce, right? So then what I would do is I would have that as your images. And then and on the directory, for example, when they're looking at all your images and when they click over, the first thing that they see on your website is the giftable pack of hot sauces. It's your main image. It's your hero image. Again, you want to connect the dots for your customers as to why they're going to buy from you this season. So I think that's something for all of you to think through. it's switched over. We've switched over the Shop One and Five directory already to reflect the holidays. So it is already, let me go find what it looks like. I think it has a Christmas tree on the front.
No, a gift. It has a red gift. Yeah.
Christmas trees in my
Yeah. So,
yeah, it's a big wrapped gift bow with like a little pine with snow on it, right? So while we still have fall on there, we are now switching over our messaging into some of the holidays because people are starting, like the big box stores are doing the big work for you, right? You just need to follow that and be there for what your customers are looking for.
mm-hmm.
Okay. Rebecca says, love this idea. Thanks for the update to my site and connected the dots. So I want you all to think about that, right? I want you to connect the dots for your customers and from a visual perspective. You may choose, if all of you that went through Rocker Holiday Promotions Challenge with us, you know how to build your promotions. You may choose, I know it's earlier and earlier and earlier in the year, but it is what it is. We're not going to, don't swim against this. Like, don't go against the.
If anything, I feel like it's so beneficial because no matter what, we were going to hit some issues with shipping. We all know this as small businesses. We kind of hit like swimming against the current with shipping because it's out of your control once it leaves you, right? So there's customer service that had to happen last year because people weren't getting their deliveries or, it got lost in the mail or whatever else, So now the sooner you start, it makes it easier for you. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So now that the big box stores have done all the hard work and they're like, let's switch this messaging. Yeah, it's so true. You just jump on the board with that bandwagon and you become really helpful in having customers shop early, get into the directory ASAP. And then that way you can really push towards, I'm a part of this. And there's hundreds of small businesses that you can shop from this holiday season. And they're already trained because of big box to be like, oh, I get it. I need to start shopping now, but I want to support small businesses. So where do I go? And
how many of you have already started thinking about buying for the holiday season? Like you were thinking, or that you have already bought something as a gift for the holiday season? Because we're all consumers as well. So let me know if you've thought about it. And people who are asking, like they maybe bought one category, but they're feeling like now they should be in other categories. You can absolutely get in other categories at the founder's price. Just email hello@shop1and5.com and they will honor that for you. They'll just have to do it manually. Somebody else said that they have 2 different companies and they want 2 listings. If you have 2 companies, they do need to have their own 2.
Yeah.
Separate.
That would be in the normal world anyways. If you have 2 separate companies, the general consumer doesn't know how they're attached anyways. So as people are shopping, they do have to have their own messaging, even outside the directory. So yeah, they would need their own listings.
Yeah. But we would, if you email hello@shop1and5, they will manually do that and honor the 50% off for you as well. So just so you know, we just want to get all of you listed in there because we want this to be a usable platform. We want it to be a place that people can go and find the things they're looking for. So your founding members, remember this. So as you're all signing up right now, you are founding members of the Small Business Shopping Directory. Okay. So all of us together are going to be driving the traffic to it. We're going to be shopping from it. We're going to be letting people know it exists. So it's each and every one of us. So Julie says, I've already made my list. Someone else said I've already bought stuff. So when I got this specifically, and Willa marked every single thing in here that she wanted, I went through, because Hanukkah's earlier this year, it's right after Thanksgiving. And I went through and I ordered a few things from here because my kids typically at the ages that our kids are at, they want Lego and Harry Potter and dolls and stuff, right? So,
right. Especially 6-year-olds.
Yeah. And I was actually like, I need to just call Mina and ask her because she's really good. But then, for example,
gosh. I know Willa, you know how? Because Layla is into the exact same things.
I know. You should just do my holiday shopping. But for example, the unicorn store, which is, I discovered them last year in the directory. I bought a whole bunch of unicorn stuff. So she has a unicorn folder from there. She's got this. She had unicorn stickers. So there's things like that you can buy. And I also already ordered from the tray company and ordered 3 of those Lego trays. So I've been able to combine the small business side of it with also buying this, which is the Shop 1 and 5 pledge. Mm-hmm. But for a lot of other people in our lives, stocking stuffers, spouses, in-laws, parents, brothers and sisters, people who work with you, there's so much. We could probably do all of our shopping on there. And Mina and I are working on our houses, and we're also doing a lot of like home buying to switch our houses over to feel like the fall, right? What did you buy last night from the directory?
I brought a big copper bowl with a salad like that had like the copper and the black handles. That was from agate and birch. I probably would have kept buying because I was in the buying mood. It's just that my credit card stopped me because the billing address was wrong, apparently. But I was able to make 5 purchases, which is like the crazy thing. But then I tried to buy candles from Greg, by the way, shout out Lodestone Candles. And it was like, your billing zip code is wrong. And I was like, what? And so anyways, it was Jacqueline. So, that
You
just
can
goes
just send
to
them to
show
me.
you, yeah, that goes to show you that while you're shopping, you can definitely be buying for yourself, for your home, for your friends, for anything. You deserve it. And then be talking about it as well.
Yeah, Mina and I were talking about the fact that, and here's the thing that we want to go back to is people are buying from people. And this is a big message we try and tell you. And that's why there's a big part of the directory that links the stories back to you, your why, the reason behind it, small batch made, because you can also shop value based as well. But we wanted to link to that. And what Mina and I were talking about is, as much as like we can go buy all the things, right? Sure. We can go buy salad spoons anywhere. We go to Macy's, Nordstrom's, Williams and Sonoma and buy some salad spoons. But knowing that it comes from the small business and reading the story about the small business owner is the thing that our house will then be a collection of stories. So I told Mina, as we're buying from the directory and anybody else that buys, they're going to have stories attached to you and your products. They're going to have bonded with the story because they've discovered you. And it's the same way that like when you walk around an art fair or craft fair and you meet the owners and the artists and the makers, and you actually get to learn like, oh yeah, I make these in my shop, or like I was inspired by this, and you get to really understand it. And it makes the thing you bought so much more valuable. It's a collected life. Like you're buying and there's things from your life that you can look around and say like, these are things. So that's, I think, one of the reasons we're loving buying from there as well.
Oh, for sure. Like when you think about it, because there's related to like how when you go on travels and you buy different mementos and souvenirs of things that remind you of that experience, well, that experience translates over when you're buying from actual people. Like Jacqueline said, your house is full of different stories. So it's like, if I'm using that copper salad bowl, I know that I got it from agate and birch, and that that story is for me, that I was able to impact their business, right? Same with those bookends, they mean more to me than some crystal, like that I bought from the Target shelves, because, I've always wanted a very special bookends, so that just feels more special to me. Even when I was looking through, Greg of Lodestone Candles, I was like, what really feels like it would be aligned with me, right? So he has After the Rain. He has, I forget this one that it was number 13 or number 12 or something that he has. And for me, I was looking at citrus ones because I really like grapefruit notes and citrus notes. So it feels like, oh, this was created for me. Like I feel very aligned in even my purchases, but that it's from him, that he has his labels from a 1920s letterpress, which I've always been into letterpress because I was in graphic design before, and printing. Remember I talked about my printing days, direct mail and that sort of thing. So it felt more special than just a regular candle, So I think we'll start to pick up purchases that tell a bit of the story, but it's your story that it's connecting the dots. So for the customer, Greg, for example, he connected the story to me, right? And so that's why we want you to all think about, how can you connect the story to your customer? You're wanting to attract people that it feels aligned with. It's okay that it repels other people. You might have products for them or you might not, So make sure that the photos are what pulls them in, and they get to discover whatever piece or product or story that becomes part of their life.
Well, friends, I hope you had as much fun as we did. If you want to hang out with us live, join us every Wednesday at 11 a.m. Eastern over at our Facebook page or Instagram.
And if you want to hear the whole show, click on the link in our show notes and we'll see you over there.
Thank you for being here and listening all the way through the Product Boss podcast. If you love our show and it has helped you in any way in your business, would you mind doing 2 things for us? Subscribe to the show so you never miss an episode, and leave us a review. Reviews help other product entrepreneurs know that this is the place to be to grow their businesses and realize that they're not alone. And we know that you all know that a 5-star and honest review helps you sell more products to more people. So you know that your reviews help us reach more listeners around the world. Remember, what we give is what we receive, and we are all about helping each other in the Product Boss community. We are all in this together. We would be so appreciative of you if you could take the time right now to subscribe, leave a review, and even share this episode on social or someone you know so we can impact more lives. And remember, subscribing means that you will get notified each time we release a new episode so you never miss a thing. You have helped us grow and climb into the top 10 of all marketing podcasts, and together we can keep climbing. Thank you, friends. And remember, there is room at the top for all of us. This episode is brought to you by the Shop 1 in 5 Pledge and Small Business Shopping Directory. It's a commitment to make 1 in 5 of your purchases from a small business online or offline. So head to shop1in5.com to take the pledge. And friend, while you are there, check out and shop from hundreds of small businesses in the Small Business Shopping Directory. It's the go-to directory to discover, support, and shop small businesses all in one place. Head to shop1in5.com.